Well, hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel again. This is Akshat here, and we'll be doing the part two of the city council machine, which we have been solving. So, if you guys haven't watched the part one yet, I would highly encourage you guys to go there on my YouTube channel and watch the part one, as you would feel it relatable here. But even if you haven't watched the part one, you would gain some knowledge on this. And without any further delays, let's just get started, guys. So I have started up my machine here, and so just we don't waste some time over here. So yep, let's just get onto my Kali machine, and I am connected to the OpenVPN yet. So I'll just give you guys a brief overview of what we have done till now. So till now we have just found Vim extension files, this one and I believe clerk. Yeah, these two Vim extension files we got on a backup folder as Ina Soto, and from there we are going to continue on and enumerate more so that we can gain the user and the root flag. So let's just get started. Let's see, guys. I am not really aware of the Vim format, what it is, but I believe it is a Windows imaging format. So this is something we need to check, and we can enumerate here. Let's see, open and see what are the things present in here. So I see there is this files. There are several files which are available here. Okay, interesting. So we can go ahead and enumerate these and see if we can find any interesting thing over here. Maybe because I think application data has some interesting things. Sorry, app data. App data has some interesting files present. Maybe. Let's go and see. Okay. So what I personally like to do is I go onto each file and see what are the things present and check each of them, because a structured enumeration can give you what you want, which is a flag ultimately, but your methodology is very, very important and it plays a very important role here. So I also create notes side by side because I believe notes serve as your second brain, because whenever I forget something, which is obvious, we can forget things. So I go over to my notes and I see maybe something that I have done in the past can be useful in doing this machine. So let's just see what we can do. Okay, so application data empty, history is empty, Microsoft. I don't think we have interesting things here. Temp directory. Okay, we have app local temp directory, but it's empty. Okay, and let's see desktop. Most probably you'll find something. Okay, this is the one thing, guys, which we have found here right away. This is an email. .eml stands for email format. Let's just see what is in there. Okay, this is a notice web admin account moved to quarantine OU. Okay, OU stands for organizational unit, guys. Hi Sam, this is to inform you that the web admin account has moved to the quarantine OU following security concerns identified during recent system activities. The web server has ASP.NET enabled. Guys, this is an important information which I believe will be useful for us while doing this machine. Web server has ASP.NET enabled. So what I mean by this is, as they have also mentioned here, that we are able to upload .aspx files. So .aspx files, through that we can probably gain a reverse shell out of that, or we can use it to get command execution. Let's see. In combination with the web admin account, this creates a scenario could be used to escalate privileges or perform unauthorized action. Okay, interesting. They have also mentioned this here. No production impact has been confirmed, but the account has been isolated. Okay, if you require any temporary access. need updates. Regarding the investigation, please contact Emma Hayes. Okay. So I believe this Emma Hayes user would have some sort of privilege over this web admin account. Let's see. Okay, so this is an important sort of information here which we have got. Let's see further what we can see. Mhm. Documents. No, I don't think it's interesting. Okay, downloads folder empty. So I don't think, guys, we're going to find much over here. Let's just see the clerk. Sorry, let's see clerk what we can enumerate over his Windows image format. I would first think whatever it is like on the Vim format, I would like to go over and see the app data, which is one of the interesting folders, I would say, because it can contain some of the sensitive things that would be kind of important to us, and it can be very helpful while doing a machine. So I encourage you guys, whenever you gain access to any of the system, or you gain access to this kind of Vim extension files, I encourage you guys to check the app data. So local, Microsoft, mm, nothing in there interesting. Credentials, let's see. No, it's empty. So local low, it's empty. Roaming, okay. We have Adobe and Microsoft. Adobe is not something we can see as that it is not really interesting to us. 0 bytes, obviously no data. Microsoft, we have some data. Okay. Credentials, what is it? Okay. So we are not able to open it. No worries, guys. Crypto keys. Okay. So I don't think we'll be able to access that, obviously, guys, due to protection of Windows. Let's see. Account picture, cloud store, empty, libraries, nothing interesting. Network shortcuts, nothing interesting over there as well. PowerShell, okay. This I didn't see very often on machine, but let's see. PS read line, guys. So this has some file, definitely. Console host history.txt. I think that this is um, PowerShell history, I think, because PowerShell, I believe it has this, uh, it stores the history of whatever commands you give it. So I think it's that. Let's just open and see. Okay, guys. So right here, I see something really interesting. So this is the password for a user, Emma Hayes. Guys, we have compromised Emma Hayes. I believe I'm saying the name correct, but let's see. If let's confirm the access if this credential provided is correct or not. I would use netexec for this, which is very common. So city.local user is Emma Hayes. Uh, dot Hayes, and password is this. Let's see. Yep, this is valid credential, guys. We got this valid credentials through the PowerShell history of clerk.john. Yep, guys. So this is something really interesting to look at. So let's see if he has any interesting shares accessible. Okay, so meanwhile it is enumerating the shares. I would like to start my Bloodhound as well. So guys, I just start my bloodhound. Okay, so up I believe, yeah. I'll just start my bloodhound. Let's see. Yeah. So as we can see, there are no interesting facts accessible to us. Okay. No worries, guys. We have still more ways to see. Let's just wait for bloodhound to start. Meanwhile, let's see what else we have here in slug.john. Maybe something more interesting. Let's see the desktop. This also has email, I believe. Yep, just email format. TP API. See this, guys. So let's see. Open it up. Temporary access while I'm on vacation. Hi John, quick heads up. While I'm on vacation, you may use my account to handle urgent IT tasks, credentials. I'll share the credentials with you via our approved channel. Please store them in Windows Credential Manager. Okay, okay. Windows Credential Manager protects safe credentials. API, blah blah blah. Okay, so nothing really fancy or interesting to us. Accounts with local or domain admin can technically recover TP API protected secrets. So only use it on trusted machines and profiles, and never export or sync these threads. Your temporary membership in remote management group will be revoked after my vacation. Use the account only for work-related actions you would normally escalate to IT. Don't save the password anywhere else or forward it. Okay, no worries, guys. Let's see. Meanwhile, our Bloodhound must be started. Yep, it is. So let's just head over to Bloodhound and see if this user Emma.has some interesting privileges. Maybe. Let's see. So I already shared with you guys that Bloodhound is really interesting to look out, and it is one of the most common tool used in the industry. From what I have personally spoke to industry professionals and saw, and even I use it very often whenever solving a Windows Active Directory box. So, and guys, I would also, meanwhile this is loading, I would also love to hear your suggestions on my videos. And even if you have any doubts, please feel free to connect with me. You can also leave your questions in chat, as well as you can connect me over on all social media handles, which will be mentioned on the description. And I would love to connect with any one of you who is willing to discuss more things. Even I believe learning is very important. And I hope on this journey, you guys are the one whose support would be really crucial to me. So I would really encourage you guys, if you could support me, it would be really great. So if it does take time, guys, on my machine, I'm sorry for the delay because uh, I believe that the CPU usage is a bit higher when I try to log in. I'm not really sure why does that happen, but it doesn't happen on my another Windows machine, but it does happen on Mac. So let's see. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, guys. So one thing I would like to say that this was one way which I did, and the other way which the I believe you could have the other way is also there. I haven't really tried it, so I'm not really sure how this works. Windows Credential Manager protects safe credentials. You could use, uh, I think there are tools for it. WIM extractor. You can find it on GitHub. That would be really helpful to see these files. And probably you could also on it. It is taking too much time to log in. Also, if you guys would like any other machines, please give me some suggestions for machines you would like me to solve live like this. I would also be coming live streams. I will also be doing some live streams as well in near future. But daily I'll be posting a video of all the machines I do. So I'll do it part by part because doing a single machine like on a single YouTube video, it would take like too long. So I believe it will be in parts. It will be coming in parts. Yep. So now we can go ahead and see Bloodhounds. Meanwhile, guys, I have also what I have done is whatever credentials I find, I store them in a text file, guys. Like I name it valid credentials or text, and I store it over there just so that I don't forget the credentials and have to redo it again. So I have stored them already in a text file, which is valid creds.txt. Yep. So these are the users that we have compromised till now. And let's see. Yep. So the user was, what was the user? Emma Hayes. Yeah. Yeah. This user. So we'll go ahead and mark her as own first thing that I like to do after compromising a user. I just go ahead and mark her as owned. And let's see if she has any interesting out. Okay, great. She has 6 outbound object control. Let's see what are those first. Okay, let me arrange it, guys. Just a second so that you guys are able to see it properly. Yeah. So, so we have write tackle privileges over 3 users. Then we have generic write over quarantine user. Sorry, group. Yep. And web admin, we have generic write privileges, and we have write tackle over city ops. Okay, GPU. Sorry. Yep. So city ops and quarantine are the GPUs. First, let's do this. If you go over here and click on this write tackle and go to Linux abuse, we can force change password as well, or we can target it. We can perform a targeted curve roast on all these. So we will use tackle edit of the impacted sort, I believe. Yeah. So we'll use this to gain the access to retouch row. So I'll go ahead and clear this off first, and then I believe just a minute. If you haven't added it to your binary, it will be you have to write mpackage and use tackle edit. And guys, action is right, rights will control, principal is the controlled user. So our controlled user is Emma.Hayes and target user is Rita.show and the domain is city.local. Controlled user is Emma.Hayes and her password is, I'll just go ahead and copy it out. Just a sec, guys. Yeah. So let's see. So I believe it should work. Yep. So we can see, guys, Dacalet has been modified successfully. Now we go ahead and clean up of the under tackle. I believe that is not really needed. Guys, just a second. Yep. So after doing this, we perform first I will right tackle on all the three users so just that we can Kerberos all of them. We can perform a targeted Kerberos on all of them. Let's start king, right? I'll just go ahead and do that as well. Alex dot king. I believe this should also work. Yep. And the third user is Sam dot Brooks. Sam dot Brooks. Sorry. Sam dot Brooks. So I believe that should also work as well. Yep, it does. So now we can go ahead and perform a targeted Kerberos attack on all these three users and save their hashes in a hash.txt file and then crack it using John or Hashcat, whichever you would prefer. I would go with John just because my system does not support Hashcat, so that is why. So I go to targeted Kerberos. I start my. You have to create a virtual environment and then Python 3. So I'll change here the user and password Emma.Hayes and the password is this right here. Okay, so we can give a single quotation just because this doesn't create any problem. Yeah, now it should work. So now we are performing a targeted Kerberos attack. Let's see if we are able to crack their hashes as well. Yep. So we got Krug.John is not there. Web admins hash. Alex King and Vita Show. These three hashes we have got. We'll go ahead and copy it out. Just a minute. Yeah. So now what we'll do is save this in a nano targeted curve.txt and save it here. Sorry, I'll do that again. So I would remove this. There are other ways to do it, but I believe that's how I will go about it. Let's see if we are able to solve this, which I think I will. Yeah, control no. And now we are going to use John targeted curve.txt. Let's see. Hopefully we are able to crack any hash. And let's see what we can do with generic write on quarantine user. So we go ahead and see Linux views. So with generic write permissions over an OU, modification to the GP link attribute of the OU, the ability to alter the GP link attribute of an OU may allow an attacker to apply a malicious GPO to all of the GPO. Okay, since from a Linux machine, the GP link manipulation attack vector may be exploited through this OU.52. Okay, interesting. So let's see. Are I affected as found anything? Not yet. If not, we can also, I think, force change password with stride attacker. Yeah, we can. Since we have did this, we can also try with force change password. That will be easier, I believe. I'll let that run for a bit. Let's meanwhile do this. I'll just rename my terminal to terminal and then domain controller is I have just added it to my etc host file, so I'll just check my etc host. Yeah, so it is this one. DC hyphen yeah. This is the domain controller, and I'll just go ahead and paste it up. Our control user is emma.ace and password is the one which I gave here. This one. And I'll just paste it here. I'll use a single quotation just so that it doesn't create a problem. And the domain is city.local. Just a sec. Yep. So this city.local. Yep. So now this is given our target user, which I first would like to do is Sam Brooks. Sam.Brooks. So guys, it is case insensitive, so that would work anyways. So let's just see if we are able to change the password. Yep. So I believe it is successful. I'll just go ahead and mark him as owned. And this is a member of three. Okay, guys. So one thing I would like to emphasize on here is we can see this user is a member of remote management users, which certainly means that we can use a tool Evil WinRM and gain a shell on as this user. So I'll just use that Evil WinRM, and the syntax is like this. We give it here the domain tag u for user sam.groups and the password as new password. Okay, 2022. I believe it should work. Let's see. Meanwhile, I'll just go and see if our hashcat has found anything, any cracked hash. No. Okay. Interesting that we have not found any hash from our targeted Kerberos. So I would just go here and deactivate it. No worries. And then let's see. Evil when I'm inserted with a code. Oh, okay, I would just give it an IP. So the IP is just forward the IP, guys. Just a sec. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and give it as this. And here WinRM authorization error. Okay. I'm pretty sure that we could evil WinRM as Sam Brooks. Let's see if this is mm, nothing interesting seems over here. Last logon, last replicated domain ID, constraint delegations. Yep, so nothing interesting over there. I would just go and see. First, let's just confirm this threads have been changed. NXT SMB. I would use this to confirm the access. Sam.groups and password is new password 2022. Right. So let's see if we are able to authenticate over here. If we are able to authenticate over here, that means, okay, see guys, why we were not able to do this is because the account is disabled. Okay, this was the reason why we were not able to log in and evil RM as Sam Brooks because the account is disabled. So I think bloody AD would be useful here for doing this. We can enable the account first. Okay, so just a minute. I'll see what we can do. And CD bloody AD. I think I have bloody AD, but I'm not really sure where it is. Just a second. Locate bloody hyphen AD. No. Okay, no worries, guys. We can just go ahead here and say bloody AD GitHub. So this is why I emphasize on showing on you my whole methodology of solving a machine from scratch. And a big part of it is you need to certainly you will fall into some rabbit holes, you are going to get stuck, but what matters the most is you have to keep going and see what we can do with this. If certainly you have something like, let's say, an access denied, so why is it you need to just have that mindset to go deep, try harder on it. So this is the bloody AD. So we'll just go ahead and download it. Yeah. So just a sec. I'll get clone it onto City Council. I'll just clear this out. Get clone and this. Yep. So it is cloning the bloody area over here. I don't fully know the syntax of bloody area, guys. So but no worries. We'll figure this out definitely. So I believe we need to first install this. Whenever you see this, it is really important to install requirements which are needed. So I'll just create my virtual environment. Yeah, this one. And I believe the virtual environment will be created. Yeah, source. Yeah. So this command for installing this is, as you can see, pip3 install. -R is just recursive. It will install all the requirements and just hit enter. And it's installing all the dependencies. And meanwhile it is doing that, I'll just go ahead and see the syntax for that. Bloody AD syntax for enabling a disabled count. To enable, okay, there is an ultimate. Okay, what I can do is I think this should work. Let's see. So Python 3 bloody AD.5 and just a second, I'll fill in that. Yep, so dash h is we have to give the domain controller IP, which is certainly a power. Just a minute, I'll just copy this out. So this is it, and I'll remove this. Domain is city.local. Yep. And the user is emma.base, and the password for her is, I'll just copy that and paste it here. I'll give it in quotation so that there's no issues with that. And our target user is sam.roots. Sam.roots. And we have to do this. Let's see if this works. Okay, so maybe we are doing something wrong here. Okay, dash H is for help. dash capital H is for host. Okay, so this is what I believe I did wrong. And yep, let's see if this works. I think it should work now. Yes, guys, we have account disabled property flag removed from Sam Brooks user account. Let's just confirm if this is working. City.local and user is sam.brooks and the password here is new pass 2022, I believe. Yeah. So I think it should work now. Hope for the best, guys. Hmm. It is working, I believe. Let's just confirm with this also. Yes, yes, I got it. It's working now. Because if this is taking a bit of time, that means it is working. Yeah, see guys. Now what we can do is we go here, we evil win RM as Sam Brooks, which I believe this will work now. Sorry. Yeah. So I would head over to desktop because I know the most of the local flags are there. So maybe we can find. Let's see. There. Yep. So there is this user.txt file. Guys, we have got our first flag, which is a user.txt file. So let's go ahead and see what is it. See guys, we go ahead and copy this uh, and paste it in the guys. So in this part, so now we have got the user flag. So I believe it is a natural stopping point. And in the next part, we will be gaining the root flag and we will for sure get the root flag. And stay tuned for the next video. It will be coming soon. And do hit that like button, subscribe, and do all the YouTube algorithm things. Please show your love to my channel. It would be really great. And from now, signing off, Akshat. Thank you.